You're not in the band because of Stevie. That was what I was told by Irving that. She gave them an ultimatum. Either Lindsey goes or I go. Everyone saw the chemistry between Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham on stage. What they didn't see was the war behind closed doors. She wrote Dreams about him. He wrote Go Your Own Way about her. But those songs were just the beginning. In 2021, Stevie finally exposed what really happened, the sabotage, the jealousy, and why she gave the band an ultimatum that cost millions. She even revealed the exact moment she decided to end it all. His reaction proved she made the right choice. She was born on May 26, 1948, in Phoenix, Arizona at Good Samaritan Hospital. Her name was Stephanie Lynn Nicks. Her father, Jess, was a rising corporate star who eventually became president of Armour Dial and executive vice president of Greyhound. But his career meant the family was always on the move. They never settled for long. That kind of life taught Stevie from an early age that nothing lasts forever. Even her name didn't stay the same. As a toddler, she couldn't pronounce Stephanie, so she called herself Ted. Over time, that became Stevie. It stuck. And just like her name, her identity would keep evolving. Music entered her life through someone very close. Her grandfather, Aaron Jess A.J. Nicks Sr., born on May 28, 1892. A.J. was a country singer who never found fame, but he believed in Stevie. When she was just 5 and missing her front teeth, he paid her 50 cents a week to sing with him. He told her, "You're a harmony singer, honey." They practiced songs like It's Late by Dorsey Burnett. He dreamed of taking her on tour as an old coup and his granddaughter, but her mother wouldn't allow it. She wanted to protect Stevie from that kind of life. Still, AJ lit a fire in her. He showed her that music wasn't just something you hear. It was something you feel and create. Because of her dad's job, Stevie's life never stayed in one place. The family lived all over Phoenix, Los Angeles, Albuquerque, El Paso, Salt Lake City, Chicago, and several towns in California. Stevie sometimes stayed behind to finish school. In her song Candlebright, she described herself as a nomad rolling around my whole life. She had to learn how to adjust quickly, how to connect with people fast, and how to be okay with starting over. That constant movement gave her the emotional resilience she would later need when the music world got rough. Her 16th birthday changed everything. It was 1964. Her parents rented her a Goya guitar and got her lessons. That same day, her first boyfriend broke up with her. She took the heartbreak and turned it into her first song. I've loved and I've lost and I'm sad but not blue. The lyrics were raw, simple, and honest. I once loved a boy who was wonderful and true, but he loved another before he loved me. That's when it clicked. She wasn't just someone who liked music. She was a songwriter, and her parents saw it too. Something had shifted from that point on. Music wasn't just a hobby. It was her purpose. Her taste in music was unexpected for someone who would become a rock icon. She grew up listening to top 40 radio in the 50s and early 60s. She loved girl groups like the Cheryl's, Martha Reeves, and the Vandellas and the Shangri-Las. One song, Remember Walking in the Sand, haunted her in the best way. She absorbed those sounds deeply. Then came her grandfather's country music influence. That mix of pop, soul, folk, and country shaped her style. It's why her songs later blended genres so smoothly. It's also why she could work with people like Tom Petty, Don Henley, and even Harry Styles decades later. Her sound had no walls around it, but everything truly began to take form when she met Lindsey Buckingham. It was 1966. Stevie was a senior at Lindsey was a junior. They met at a Young Life meeting, which was basically a weekly excuse for teens to socialize. Lindsey was sitting in someone's living room, playing California Dreaming. Stevie heard him and walked over. She joined in, harmonizing without missing a beat. Thought he was a darling, she later said. Their voices matched like they were made for each other. Still after that night they didn't see each other again for 2 years. The magic was real, but the timing wasn't. Then in 1968, everything changed. Lindsey called Stevie. His band Fritz needed a lead singer. The group had started as a high school act but was now booking bigger and bigger gigs. Stevie said yes. She had been playing folk music up to that point, but Fritz was pure psychedelic rock. Within weeks of joining, she was opening for Janis Joplin, Jefferson, Airplane, and other legends. One day, she was singing quiet folk songs, and the next she was on stage in front of thousands. Fritz gave her the rock and roll crash course she didn't even know she needed. During their 3.5 years in Fritz, Stevie and Lindsey weren't romantically involved. In fact, Stevie dated other people. The band had an unspoken rule: no one could date her. Yet they didn't want outsiders getting close to her either. If anybody in the band started spending any time with me, the other three would literally pick that person apart, she said. The tension was constant and it wore the band down. When Fritz fell apart in 1971, it was a relief in some ways. Stevie and Lindsey were finally free to explore their connection musically and personally. But just as they were planning their next step, something unexpected happened. Lindsey got mononucleosis. Not just a mild case. His lasted nearly a year. Stevie became his caretaker. She cooked, cleaned, and kept him company while also writing songs and planning their future. This time together bonded them more deeply than performing ever could. They were no longer just bandmates. They were a team. Their partnership became something neither of them fully understood at the time, but they both felt it. That illness delayed their move to Los Angeles, but it also gave them time to grow, to think, and to get ready for what was coming. By the time Fritz ended, they had already opened for Jimi Hendrix, Santana,